Thanks for listening to the Flow State podcast. We'll be with you shortly at about 8:30ish, depending on where you are, what you're doing, and what you're wearing. So, see you shortly. Thanks for watching the Flow State podcast. If you're interested in a re-screening of the premiere of Bonk City Detectives, please stick around to the end of the episode where we'll be airing the show once again. Thank you. Can Cody Jones please come to the office? Cody Jones to the office. Thank you.
What?
You're in trouble from the teacher.
Don't give a shit. Fuck off.
That's the
Going home.
exact type of attitude that we're talking about.
Fuck you.
I've called your parents.
Principals always stink. Always got cigarette and coffee breath. Fuck you. Bye.
You're fired.
In 1 minute, you'll be listening to episode number 48 of the Flow State podcast, where we discuss a whole bunch of things from our release of the Bonk City Detectives earlier in the week. Broden discusses MySpace. Cody gets angry about e-commerce. Oh, I'll turn that down. Anyway, we'll see you soon. Bye. Hi there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode number 48 of the Flow State podcast. We're back again for another week of talking about everything.
That's right.
This week we've got a few things up our sleeve. We're going to touch back on what we spoke about last week about MySpace. We're going to talk about Bonk City Detectives, Broden. We're going to talk about e-commerce.
Yes.
We're going to talk about what pisses us off. And you're going to teach the people at home how to become
a masterclasser.
That's great.
That's great.
That's all coming up now on the Flow State podcast. We'll see you after this intro jingle.
It's called
Broden, we're back.
We are. We were here. We did it, boys. We got it. We made a movie.
Yep.
We finally made a movie.
Well, that was the release of the first episode of Bonk City Detectives.
That's right.
And It went well. People are enjoying it, which is good. And
Yeah.
that's all you can really ask for.
That's
I mean,
it.
that's not why we do it, but it certainly makes it a lot easier.
I certainly did it for the accolades.
Did you?
Yeah, I require the attention and the validation and
Yeah, well, that's what we're all after, really. We're just squirrels trying to get a nut, and that nut is validation.
that's right.
Sorry,
yeah.
I just can't get a place to stand.
Try this little.
Okay, thank you.
It's a holds SD cards regularly.
That'll slide.
Oh, why don't you try this little? Why don't you try this? So
Oh,
it's a
wait, I've
remote
got an
control.
idea.
You got a can. You got a bottle. Look, what's that? Let's show the camera what that is. Let's go to the wide. Bottle of what?
Conqueror.
Non-Shunketer. Now, where did that come from, Cody? It looks like a custom-made piece of artwork.
It's donated to us by our friend of the podcast.
That's right.
It's a bottle. If you're listening, what it is a bottle of what looks like regular Coke, no sugar, Coke.
You saw yourself and you shit yourself, so
Yeah,
you said,
I looked
it looks like a regular. Oh fuck!
Yeah, it does looks like a regular Coke, but it's been changed.
It
You
has
see,
been. It has
it's been
been.
tweaked to suit our your invention of Conqueror
Non-Shunketer. Yeah.
which is the Japanese.
A Japanese version, but it's it's there. It's great. It's done a great job, Muncie. Great work, you bastard.
Oh.
It's come up trumps. But mate, look, congratulations to you and me. Let's have a cheers. I'll look a wide angle cheers. Come on, boys.
Okay.
Hey, back to 3 cameras. We got this. We done it. Bonk City is out. We pumped it. We dumped it,
Yep.
and everyone thumped it. And it looks great. It looks great. It's a good time. And it goes for 20 fucking minutes. That's like a whole episode, man. That's if you had ads, that'd be a half-hour episode on TV. Like
That's
a
what we
MacGyver.
aim for.
That's it. A MacGyver episode.
That was good to do that, and it's good to we literally did everything. And you know when you have too many chefs and it spoils the broth.
Indeed.
It didn't happen with us.
That's right, because we cut all the chefs out.
Yeah, there's only 2 very amateur cooks.
That's right.
There's 2 McDonald's.
That's right.
McDonald's
two
chefs.
Bunnings barbecue operators.
Yeah, exactly. And look what the results.
We didn't even have anyone on drinks.
No, that's right. Some people went without their cans
That's
of
right.
Fanta.
No onions either. We didn't fuck around with any of that.
It was a good place to make comedy.
Yeah.
A good setting.
Yeah.
I think for me it was like Bonk City Detectives. It's a cop show, but you can also use that 80s thing. You can make it, as I was saying the other night in the live stream that we did after the premiere.
Yeah.
There is so much comedy to be found in terrible production, in terrible acting, and it's just like it's a perception thing.
Yeah.
There was it was inspired by a great show called Garth Marenghi's Dark Place that you showed me one night here. It was just you and I having a couple of beers. It's like, have you seen this show? It's got all the people from the IT crowd in it. It's got Matt Berry and stuff. Like, I'm interested. Let's listen to this because let's watch this because this is funny. And you put it on, and it was bad production. It was over the top acting. It was horrible.
There's over compressed vocals where it's like, I don't know what I'm gonna do later.
Yeah. It's like
You can hear him chewing and shit.
just terrible dialogue too. Like very shit house, and it's intentional. And there's people on forums online of that show going, I just didn't get it. I don't know why all you people like this show. It was terrible. The costumes were bad.
They're
It's like,
reviewing it.
You just don't fucking get it. And it's like it is a bit of a safety net for bad production.
Yes.
But if it's truly what you intended, which is exactly what we intended from the word go, it's like, let's make this. And that, like, I feel like we can both act, but we can definitely act better at bad acting.
That's the fucking thing is that one of the funny things that was so hard in this was to try to act badly.
Yeah.
Like, because I caught you actually acting a couple of times in this.
Yeah, I know.
And the worst part is you did a really good job, and I was like, you motherfucker. He's actually acting. He's not taking this not seriously.
Yeah, well, sometimes it was like, fuck, that wasn't even funny. It was just like a real sort of act.
Once you cut that thing, though, and put the music on and everything, it became hilarious.
Well, there was things where I had to sort of like zoom in on, like we had to get the ultimate close-up, because otherwise it was just like, this isn't funny.
Yeah,
you actually really think this is real.
And after, like, I mean, we premiered those first 2 segments that we had shot, which was the original, like, 3-4 minute episode thing, and then which was the intro, the opener, and then the car scene, which somebody thought was the opening of a gay pornography film, which was hilarious. I thought it was great. I offered him a link to our OnlyFans, BrodenandCody.com.
It was a
at Hotmail, MALE.
Well, that's when after we filmed that's when I was like, oh, we can actually make this, because we got 2 basic segments of it
Yeah.
now. We got 2 acts.
Yeah, we're going to
Most
do one more.
sitcoms are 3-4 acts, roughly speaking.
That
I
was
suppose.
huge. What was that? Was that from the inside of your body?
Oh, it's just a.
Oh, did you say? Because the gate cut it, so I thought it was like a inside your body.
No. I'm
Weird.
going good. My
That's
body's
great.
functioning
I'm happy to hear.
at an acceptable level.
No blood. No.
No blood. We'll leave that there. But that's when I was like, oh yeah, we can turn this into a.
Yeah.
Like I wanted this as a writing sample.
Yeah.
For in future reference in comedy, it's like some people want to know what you've done, and it's like, look at this, I made this.
That's it.
And it's a good thing. It's
not
like
something you have to pour over. You can just watch it.
just watch it.
Yeah. And it speaks for itself. Like, it's there. You don't have to get, I don't understand this bit. It's like, well, watch it. It's there.
Yeah.
You can have that. Look at it. And the funny thing is that the writing sample doesn't exist in a written form at this point. So
No.
like, half of this thing was made up.
I don't write anything. I've never written anything. I've never written anything. It's always like established in my brain, and then I feel like, and this is like professionally on professional productions and stuff. I'm sure it's different because you've got a number of people who need to understand exactly what's happening. Yeah. But when it's just the two of us, there's absolutely no need to fucking write your lines.
No.
Or because that's not going to be funny. It's going to be pretty robotic until you get on there and you're like, hey, it'd be funny if you turned at me and said this instead. And then just like building the comedy as you go. It's the best way. I feel like it's the best way to make shit funny because you keep doing it and you're like, all right, we won't use that take. Like, we'll take it, we'll put it in the computer, but we'll also do another take where you do this. Then when you sit it down, you lay it out on the editing software. Yeah. You're like, hey, well, I reckon, like, there was some walks and shit that we did, and I was like, I've got to put them in because
they're too funny.
Yeah. And they weren't ever meant to be in there. We were just fucking but they ended up in there. And yeah, I've got some compliments about the shootout. The shootout was awesome. I've
had people messaging me about it, and the things that they really love are the shootout scene, which goes for fucking ever, which is hilarious. And the enchilada pass got a lot of fucking talk.
Yeah,
everyone loved it. Enchilada pass.
Don't forget your enchiladas.
We reference that a fair bit in the thing. It's like, how are we going to shoot this? And I just say, we'll film it as an enchilada pass. Yeah, which was just, we got to hand something over so we can just like pop it into the next thing and do a close up of the hands. Like
Tarantino.
Like the handshake in Russell Coit, which like is the same handshake over and over again.
Russell Coit, or when he goes to pick the hamburger up in Pulp Fiction. Hamburgers. And he picks it up and it's a different burger. Yeah, it's a really nice looking burger.
Just an inserted shot. But
and then the next shot is him like it's already half eaten Big Mac. It's just not the same burger. This one's got lettuce in it. That one's a lovely cheeseburger.
A Royale with cheese.
But that was Bonk City Detectives. If you want to, you can go and find the episode.
The premiere version, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's on our page. Yep, a couple of posts down,
and it's on YouTube.
It's on the Cody Jones YouTube channel.
It's called Bonk City Premiere. If you just type that in, it should hopefully come up.
And that's a good place to go and watch it.
Yeah,
just is because there's no you don't have to go through all this talking at the start.
But just get into that, and because also you can check out some other nice comedy on there from Cody Jones's own personal YouTube channel with tons of fucking hilarious shit. You should get stuck into. Enjoy
it. Out.
Go and bloody look at it. Sorry, look at him over there. He's like, oh bloody, what's going on?
Go over to my YouTube channel and chuck a subscribe because we're building that up.
Or I'll come to your house and I'll fucking kill you.
Broden will do it. I've seen him do it before.
Yeah, I like doing it. I don't.
But like also, if you want to watch it, we're gonna at the end of this stream tonight, we're gonna play it again, so you can hang around, watch that, and leave a comment again. Let us know what you think. Have a third screening if you will.
That's right. That's right. Just before we get onto that though, we mentioned Garth Marenghi's Dark Place. This group called Garth Marenghi's Dark Place fan group, whatever, and that has been going off. So thanks to everybody in that group for kind of pushing that one up to the moon. I think I haven't looked at it, we're on about 1,000 hits in like basically a 24-hour period. Yeah,
it's unheard of on Facebook to get views, actual good amount of views. Yeah,
what's the date today? Did it go up yesterday or the day before?
Day before.
So it's been nearly 2 days and it's been about 1,000. So, I mean, that's pretty good. First 800 or so were in the first 24 hours.
It's impossible to get views on Facebook in my estimation.
Well, I'm only looking at the YouTube ones because I only shared the YouTube link to that. To that page. So I'm only going off that. So all the guys from the Dark Place group have been checking that out. So thanks to you all. There's been hundreds of comments. Maybe not hundreds, but there's been 10 to 12 no. There's been heaps of comments and lots of reactions. so and everyone's got something really nice to say. So we really appreciate it.
Good. I can't wait for episode 2.
Same here. Which hopefully you'll be hearing more about later on.
Just got to get that ball rolling.
It's a big ball to push.
But we'll talk about that later.
That's right.
What the plan is.
That's right.
But anyway, so going on for last week's episode, we did set ourselves a little bit of a goal to
we did.
Work out what the fuck's going on over at Facebook,
MySpace
land.
That's right. So I did some research in the car on the way over here.
Yeah. I didn't do any.
Yeah, well, neither did I.
Well, actually, I lie. I did. I went on it.
Yeah.
I went on it the last week, and I was like, this isn't what it used to be.
No.
And I'm shattered because I was hoping that it was like unchanged. It had all the same graphics and shit.
You can look yourself up at 16 again, yeah.
I was hopeful of that. But you can make a profile, but I think it's like it's just not the same.
Well, the thing is, all right, so let me, spoiler alert, and I'll give you the TLDR on why MySpace isn't around anymore. Rupert Murdoch did it. Surprise, fucking surprise.
Did he do it?
Rupert Murdoch did it. So here's what happened. Let me give you a little bit of a history on MySpace, and I'm just going to look up a particular person because I don't want to misquote their job title or their status at the time, just because I don't want to, not everybody wants to be mislabeled.
Let me give you a basic gestalt. Everybody said that.
Hang on a second. Okay. So have you heard of Tila Tequila, an American television personality?
I have.
Okay. Now, I, for some reason, thought this person was involved in adult movies.
Well, maybe that's who we could be thinking of.
I'm thinking of someone with a similar name that's not that. So Tila Tequila was on a website that was called Friend Spot or something. Friendster. It was on Friendster, right? And it was
Friendster
huge.
was the bridge between MySpace.
It was the OG. No, it was the OG. It was before it. Because what happened, there was a place called E-Universe. Now, E-Universe was a big company that dealt with, computer imaging and things that nobody understood because it was all special magic stuff, right? Making that up. And there was a gentleman who worked there named Mr. Anderson, Mr. Thomas Anderson.
Okay.
Tom Anderson. Tom from fucking MySpace.
Yeah.
His name's Thomas Anderson. Fucking Neo. Neo from the Matrix made MySpace.
Yeah, but
real life Neo. I don't know if Neo was based on him because MySpace didn't come out until a couple of years after the Matrix.
It is the Matrix.
I suppose so. It started this simulation that we are currently living in. And anyway, so Tom Anderson goes to the company and said, "Listen, I got this idea. Let's do Friendster, except they're having Friendster had a couple of million people or whatever, and they were clamping down on people being able to put fake names and put up pictures of them in scantily clad things. And so what they did is they went to people like Tila Tequila and said, yeah, you're not going to have a problem with that kind of shit on our page. So if you come over to MySpace, we're going to give you the freedom to do what you want. You can put whatever you want on there. Just invite all your people to come over." Yep. So what they would do is they also had a giant like a database of emails that they could access. So they accessed tens and tens and tens of thousands of emails, and they would promote this stuff. They also would go around to nightclubs and just pick out all these like babes and say, "Oh, we've got a professional photographer. We'll take all these great photos of these hot women and put them and say, you can have these photos for free if you make an account on MySpace and you promote it to your friends and get your friends to come along." Because when they get all the hot girls on there, all the guys will be like, "Well, I want to get on there because it's got chicks on it."
Pictures. Then
they went to a bunch of bands. They got like 5,000 different bands and artists to join the platform.
Genius.
Absolutely genius. Shit. And so they've done that, and they've just started to amass this following of people. Yep. Then there was a bit of an issue with something they forgot to clean up, which was their coding. They couldn't. People started to figure out, oh, hang on, I can change the text, I can change the font, I can change the background.
Just from coding.
Yeah, from basic HTML stuff. And so people clued onto this and decided, hang on a minute, I'm going to customize my profile. I'm going to pimp my profile. And MySpace guys were like, this is a big problem. And they're like, hang on a minute, wait, this is what sets us apart.
Let's roll into it.
We can do this and we'll let people customize their thing, and they can do it. They can put their own songs on. They can do all this kind of stuff. They can make it look like a real website. So they kept that. That went great. Yeah. And after a little while, they developed the top friends situation, you know.
Wait, this is all your research in the car.
This is in the car.
Fuck you, fraternity.
Yeah, boys. I know what I'm talking about.
It's like you've gone full Wikipedia page right then.
Everybody just want to go on my camera a minute.
Yeah,
this is the danger of 10 minutes of education, right? Because there are people out there who will actually do less information than I am taking and speak as confidently about the topic as I do in a dangerous form where they'll start telling you the fucking vaccines cause autism. They don't. Sorry.
Well, yeah.
So this is all of 10 minutes of MySpace YouTube videos.
It leads into vaccines.
Exactly.
We're going to go deep on vaccines.
So in that period of time, they had developed a top 8 system where you can rank that, and that obviously caused a lot of mischief in the young kids. Go, oh my God, I'm my fucking top 8, and you're a fucking piece of shit. I can't believe you've dropped me down to 3. I'm your third best friend now. You know what I mean? Which would kind of be really helpful in COVID when you can, know what number friend you are, so if you're allowed to go over to their fucking house.
I want that now because it'd be like a real top friends. It'd be like a real one. There's no hormonal, not really friends with people. It'd be like, no, you're cut. I actually worked out you're a dick.
Out of here.
You're a fuckhead.
Yeah. we're ghostly on there. I'm going to go.
Yeah, go back. Yeah. I'm going to go grab a beer.
You grab a beer. I'll finish the rant. You can probably hear me from the next room. So the rant goes along these lines. Top 8 happens. You're allowed to go on there. You can choose who your top 8 friends are. Now, they extended that over time because it became more popular. I'll get to the cut to the chase. 2 things. Tom was everybody's friend. There was a really cute reason behind that, is that people at MySpace wanted everybody to start off with a friend. They didn't want anyone to feel alone, so they put Tom as the face. The picture that was taken of Tom was when he worked for, some other internet company or eBay or probably at a Universe or whatever. They've taken a picture of Tom, and that became his profile, which he still uses to this day on his current actual social media profiles. At one point, Tom was the most recognizable face in the world around the 2005-6 era of time.
That's insanity.
He had over 200 million friends on MySpace because he was friends with everyone. You could elect to unfriend Tom if you didn't want to be friends with Tom, but most people just kept him anyway. And at the end of this situation, they sold the company to Rupert Murdoch's, what's the name of the media company? Something Media.
Fucking bullshit, man.
Yeah, bullshit ass-face media. They sold it to them for a fuckload of cash.
Don't get me started on politics.
And this was kind of like at that period in time where Facebook had just started to emerge and provide sort of more of a mature alternative to MySpace, because at that time it was kind of a bit cringe. For cringy teenagers, emo teenagers and all that kind of stuff. So Facebook provided this place. It was a more sleek, more slimline, more accessible thing. Christ. And they were more susceptible to, more adaptable to go over to like mobile platforms, which were becoming more and more popular at the time to get it on your phone. Yep. And so people just started making the move around 2005-ish. Mm-hmm. And eventually Tom came out, and I just remember this from a few years ago. Tom came out and said that he wasn't really happy with what they did with it after he left the company. He felt it could have gone a better way. So at the end of the day, if you go to myspace.com now,
it sucks ass.
It sucks ass. What it is, it's a combination between a news page. It's a combination between a news page and a music streaming and a video TV, a digital television provider. And there's not much you can do. I think you can make a profile, but I think it's just the same as logging into your Netflix. It's just so they can tailor what you see.
I'm not interested. I'm going to YouTube. YouTube's my thing. I'm putting all my eggs in the basket of YouTube this year.
I think the new gold rush is here for YouTube. It was gone for a long time, but I think it's back.
It's back, baby.
I think it's back.
It's back because they had to compete with TikTok.
Yeah, they did. They fucking did, didn't they? They brought the stories in from like the Instagram style stories.
I had to go at TikTok. I had to go.
Yeah.
Now I just use it to edit my videos for YouTube. I make a video on TikTok, and then so it'll be made into that. It'll download, it'll automatically save into my camera roll, and then I go, whatever happens to that on TikTok, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
But it's going on YouTube where things are happening. Just impressions, and that's all I'm doing, because I don't care what kids or people log onto TikTok and go, oh, this is bad, or like they just try and say shit just for the sake of saying shit.
Yeah.
I don't care about that. I genuinely don't care. There was a time where I pretended not to care about hate comments and stuff like that.
But yeah,
But I still did.
They
They get
you.
you. It's something weird happens when someone gives you someone.
Sorry.
Just take your belt.
Taking your belt down, boys.
Something weird happens when someone gives you a positive comment. We've been talking about it with Bonk City Detectives online, and you read it. It's just like, oh, that was nice, good, and you don't really care it that much. When someone gives you a negative comment, it's almost you take it so deeply that it's almost as if they were in the same room as you, and you want to grab them by the throat and go, "Fuck you."
Yeah.
I realized, like, why am I doing that? Why is this person in fucking wherever they are, Brazil?
Yeah.
Who's probably like, I'm just speculating, but they probably are just saying that because like they don't actually mean any of this shit.
Just piece of shit.
It's a mirror.
Yeah.
They look at you and they go, because me and my mate were talking, like, why do people dislike videos?
Yeah.
What are they doing?
Yeah.
It's purely for them.
Yeah, exactly.
It's purely for them to go, good, I showed him that I didn't like it.
Exactly. Bonk City has 2 dislikes.
Does it?
Yeah, I think it has 2 dislikes. I'm going to go and have a look. But,
See, I get no,
but I don't know. But who cares? Because it's got hundreds of likes.
Irrelevant. Like there was a point where it was like when I first started making videos in
892 views.
8 years ago, and this is when Instagram and Vine was a thing, right?
Yeah.
And I started making this thing. The first video I ever made and put out there was like a Jehovah's Witness coming and knocking on the door at night, and I told them to fuck off. And I thought it was hilarious because I cut it all together and shit. It was the worst video of all time. And then I cut myself into Home and Away
That's
episode,
fucking funny.
which I still think is funny. So I keep it up there.
The reason why that's funny for me is because you filmed it off your TV.
I filmed it off the TV.
How long did you have to sit there and watch that shit for just to get that bit?
YouTubed it.
Oh, you sneaky bastard.
And I filmed that, and then I just filmed myself eating a banana. Eating a banana in Brax's house.
That's classic.
And people, like being a tradesman at the time, of course they were just like, they were so fucking baffled by someone doing this. Because they're all middle-aged tradies, right?
Yeah.
So it's just completely mind-boggling for them to, creativity.
Yeah, what's that? Somebody's using their brain for hitting stuff with.
Yeah, exactly.
What are you doing all that for? What are you wasting your time?
Shouldn't you be doing a cashy or something?
That's right.
And it was like, fuck, and that was like the epiphany that I'm not a tradesman forever now. I'm just getting my apprenticeship done and I'm fucking off because I don't want to be that. I don't want to be angry when young kids make things and bag people out behind the back because there was so much, like, people think tradesmen are all honest and to your face.
No, they're
Wrong.
not. They're teenage. A lot of the ones I've dealt with
is like
teenage
high
girls.
school.
Oh, he's a fucking. You hear what he's fucking done over there?
They suck, man.
And everyone else's job is
They
shit.
suck.
Only they can do the best job. No, he's fucking. No, he doesn't use Makita stuff. He only
Exactly.
I know I use DeWalt. That's good shit. No, I only use Milwaukee. Fuck off. Like,
This
who
will
gives a fuck?
trigger. This will trigger so many tradies out there. But it's so true.
And they'll
Use
probably
their
come up
phone.
with fucking thumpers too, because like, well, you said something about fucking
Yeah.
chippies, and it was like, yeah, I love chippies, man. I love fucking Red Rock delis.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Eat a bag. No, not a lot of tradies are good, but the ones I worked with, I was in the lower. You know, there was guys, and I mean, not all of them by all means.
I
Like,
mean,
there was a couple who were like, yeah, I want to do comedy as well.
Yeah, yeah.
And
yeah.
I was like, yeah,
and
thanks,
they're
you
funny
get it.
motherfuckers too, because those guys have wit. They're smart asses.
Yes,
They're
but there
very
was
funny motherfuckers. They can be
ones that were just completely
assholes.
boggled, mind-boggling. Like, why is this guy making videos? I just can't work it out. So they would talk about that, and that used to affect me a bit.
Like when
But I'm like, I got to tough this out. I got to get to a point where I genuinely don't give a fuck. And I feel like the only way you can get to that point is by pushing through until it becomes like literally water off a duck's back. But it takes years, I think. But now it's like you can't. I feel like I'm pretty well untouchable.
If you
from trolls,
if you want to
and
get
hate.
shit out of your life, sometimes you got to push a little.
I think so.
It's a quote. You can quote that.
Write that down. Put it on an Instagram post.
Put it on a t-shirt.
But do you feel like I would never have made this podcast? I would never have had the confidence to sit down and talk about whatever I want. Now it's like if I insult someone, it's definitely not. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, but if I accidentally say something, it's because I feel like I'm free to say whatever I want.
Yeah.
And I'm not a hate. I don't want to hate or say anything negative. So I like to think that everything will be fine. Everything will be fine because I'm not a bad person.
That's
You know
what
what I mean?
That's what you keep telling yourself.
I think so. but I can't change. It's too late. It's too late
to change.
I've been doing this for too fucking long.
If you change now, it's like, but hey, look, there's another one. There's another saying that I really enjoy, Cody. Just because you spent a long time making a mistake doesn't mean you should stick to
making a mistake. But you can't back out. You can't back out when you've been doing this.
I don't think you should, though, but I really don't think anybody who's in the game should because it's worth it even only for the simple fact that if you enjoy it. And that's the thing is if you care, if the only thing you have to care about is whether or not you enjoy it, then that's all you can do. And that's the only thing you will ever have control of is do you enjoy it?
Exactly. And that's the thing. I think that's how you find your trajectory. And you can't let anyone knock you off it either, which is what the point I'm making. Again, like this is exactly what I was saying with those people who are trying to knock you down and rip you off your perch when you're having a good time, when you're trying to make something good.
Like
you can't allow them to knock you off your trajectory because so many times people make like what they think's like a good piece of art or a good song or whatever, or a funny video sketch. They put it up. They go, people like this because I liked it.
Yeah. And
then all it takes, you could have 5 to 10 people go, that was really good, man. Well done.
Yeah.
All it takes is one
guy to go, oh, you should have done this.
And then, it goes, oh, I just don't get it. And like, it's like, why are you even saying that?
Yeah. Just
don't say anything.
Don't say anything then.
You don't have to enjoy it. You clicked on it. You went out of your way and clicked on it.
Well, and maybe they got the same thing. They're like, well, it's too late to turn back now. Might as well be an arsehole to this person.
Potentially, yeah. But that's no way to live your life, I don't think.
No.
So it's like, you get on your trajectory and don't let anyone, like when you're sure it's your trajectory, like, because you know when it's like the thing you got to do. I think that's what I feel like. I think like this is the only thing I can do. I've tried so many other things. I can't do it. I just can't. No. I know it will end badly, mentally, physically. Like I tried working at Telstra. Yeah. That would have ended bad mentally and physically for customers.
And that was after you worked as a screw at the prison, which if you continued to work at Telstra, you'd have ended up on the other side of the prison system.
Exactly. I would have been everywhere.
Yeah, you would have been.
Without a doubt, man. Without a doubt, because there was points where I'm like, I've met people in prison who have gone to prison who didn't think they'd go to prison, but they got angry. Yeah, and I'm like, I am one bad customer away from being one of those dudes.
And we are all one bad day away.
Headbutting an old lady.
That's the Joker. The Joker from Batman says, the difference between you and me is one bad day. You know, I don't know the exact quote, but it only takes one bad day to fuck your life. Just one.
I think the quote is, have you ever seen, do you want to know how I got these scars? Think you're getting that?
No, that was from the billionaire. What was his name? He goes, it was Elon Musk. Do you want to know how I got these cars?
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, you're misquoting the wrong person.
Elon Musk, man.
But just before you go on to Musk, one of the other quotes that I think is really good in that situation, and also the great the fighter Dan Hooker has recently just put a video up.
Oh, yeah, amazing. Did I share that quote?
Yeah, you shared that to me, and I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah. I mean, one of my teachers said this to me. My math teachers, Steve Weld, said this to me once. He said, "Don't take advice from anybody you wouldn't ask for it from."
Yeah, that's an incredible piece of advice.
And I remember sitting in a pub one day, and I was worried about what I should do, and all these guys sitting around that I'd see at this pub every fucking night. Every night they'd be there that I was working. They'd always be there. You know, what you need to do is you need to fucking, excuse me, you need to do this and you need to do that and you need to do this. And I'm like, why am I listening to these guys? Yeah. Why am I listening to these guys? Because I don't want to be here where they are. I don't want to end up where they are.
It's so true, man. It's like that's a fucking stellar piece of advice. That you should only take advice from people who actually. What was the actual quote?
He says, he said, yeah, don't take advice from people you wouldn't seek it from.
Yeah, pretty much. That's essentially what he was saying. Yeah. And it's pretty good because so many times people take advice from the wrong people. It's like, well, where do you want to go? It's like when comedy, I know this just through stand-up. They get their advice off drunk people after the end of shows. And it's like, yeah, but you should be getting your advice off the pro who you're doing a gig with next week.
That's right.
When you get off stage, and even if you had a bad one, you go, yeah, no, but I understand. Like, and this is what I think. So you can be taking Mick from the bar at the footy club gig you did last week's advice.
Yeah, but why do that when you can punch up? You could punch up. And this is, you ever heard the theory of averages in which you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, your five closest people that you spend the most time with.
I heard that somewhere today.
Where was it? Was that on your...
It was on some commerce video or something.
well, the thing is that I do, as clay as that is, I do believe that is true. And it's
what is it? You're the average of the 5 people?
You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, if you're hanging around with people who are no good for you, you're probably going to end up being no good.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? But if you are doing the best you can to get the kind of mentorship from friends who are in positions in which you would like to be, then you can all help each other get to that point. Yeah, and I think that's also why we are in this room right this very second. You know how you said a few minutes ago, I wouldn't have started this podcast if... Well, I just wouldn't have started the podcast because I wouldn't have had anyone to do it with, and I wouldn't have cared, and I wouldn't have thought of it, and I wouldn't have fucking anything. Yeah, it's just, and that's the thing is that if you and I will get to a point where we'll do something and then go, oh, that's fucking cool, and then let's do it, and then we'll do it, and then we'll just keep giving each other a little bit of a kick in the face and saying, let's do something.
There's a Jordan Peterson one that says, make friends with people who want the best for you. Because you hang around with people, don't you? As you get older, they thin out because you realise that they don't give a fuck what I'm doing. And I also don't give a fuck what they're doing.
That's right. But yeah, you got to remember that you can also be the villain sometimes in those situations.
Exactly.
Because I'm that guy.
You naturally, because you don't care about some of the people you used to call friends.
I used to. I still care. But
I only care about my actual friends.
But now
that's
I
how
don't.
You work it out.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
The formula.
But like the thing is, I still care. But at this point, not enough to know what's good for me. Because I mean, and I'm sure there's a lot of people that I've fucked around in my life that probably don't give a fuck what I'm doing. And that's fine. I'm sorry. Like, not to them, to me. No, not really. But
all that matters is the people that care about what you're doing.
Well, yeah, and
at
that's
the end of the day, you're left with like you could be on a different country. They don't care. They won't think about you.
And look, and I do regret that. Actually, I don't regret anything really, but it's regretful that I didn't see that sooner in life. Because who knows? Yeah. But the thing is, all you can do is go with what you've got. And when you've got it. So I've got it now. Hopefully I can treat people better in my life for the rest of it.
Yeah.
You know?
Of course. And it's you get to a point where you're just like, right, you've learned a lot and then you put it all together. I feel like a lot of your life is just like working shit out and scrambling around the floor until you find your feet.
Yeah, or until you get your ass kicked enough to realise. No.
Yeah, well, that's another thing.
That's happens to some
people are just dicks and they just never ground themselves. Yeah, but no, you're not what you were 2 years ago.
Absolutely not.
Never. You're not even what you were last year. You're just constantly hopefully getting better.
Yeah,
it's like any job or anything you do in life. You keep doing it, you get better at it.
Yeah.
So friendships, relationships and stuff, you get better at it because you're fucking doing it more. You understand that your actions can hurt people. And the more you... That surely is the meaning of life. Yeah. Just making yourself better every day.
That's
and if it's not good... If it already is good, you make it better tomorrow. Everything in your life, everything that you can fucking positively change, even if it's just incrementally, you just do that every day for the rest of your life.
And sometimes
don't go backwards.
Sometimes it takes a big hit to make the realization happen.
Like a literal big hit of psychedelics.
Maybe, yeah. Well, hey, look, I'm very interested. Very interested. But I mean, like...
That is ayahuasca and DMT to a T.
You don't know what you've got till it's gone. It's that sort of idea. Like, you know, the suffering of loss, the trauma of that sort of stuff, or, you know, having a mental breakdown. Something like that. That's another one.
Yeah, that's the spiritual experience.
Exactly. Nearly losing your life. You know, being in a major car accident or falling out of a plane and just having that split second, or not falling out of a plane, jumping out of a plane, having that split second where the guy's like, the fucking chute won't go off. And you're like...
Everything shuts down.
Yeah.
Your reality gets pulled from you, and then all of a sudden nothing matters now.
And that's enough to change your entire life. You can go, I don't want to work here anymore. I want to do something that's different. And you put it all online. You take your 7 kids in a bus and you travel across the country. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, it can trigger shit like that, like extreme behaviors. But that's a deeply spiritual experience. I feel like is
Oh, thank you.
It's a deeply spirit, and like everything is spiritual at the end of the day. It's like you can nearly die and then fucking wake up the next morning ready to change your life.
Oh yeah.
All from that fucking realization that fuck,
And that's
maybe I fucked up. Maybe they fucked up. Something's happened.
And a lot of those things from those realizations can come from, like you said about the DMT thing, right?
It happens to everyone, man. It happens to everyone. They get reminded of all the. It just takes you to where you are mentally, but it gives you answers to everything.
But without having to even take anything, I mean, those things like the plane, the car crash, and all that kind of stuff can release all those things for you in a huge amount of adrenaline. You get that, and this all of a sudden, and that's where a lot of people in religious institutions have those spiritual awakenings, because they get put into these situations in which they're kind of, I suppose, led and brainwashed in a sense to have those moments where, you know, that thing where they dunk you under the water and then they bring you up for they christen you or whatever as an adult. They're like, you're stuffing your brain of oxygen, you're making yourself feel all these weird things. And then you have this like, they call it like a warmth, like a giant hug from the inside and stuff like that. And it's like, yeah, that's dopamine, man. That's adrenaline, and that's when they start crying and shit because they just feel so happy and stuff like that. And I'm like, you can get that in real life too, you know, from a puppy.
You can get that, like, the easiest way is meditating.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like...
Just doing a poo.
When you're doing that, that's meditation. I feel like the easiest form of meditation is finding something like an extreme sport that makes you not think about anything but this one thing. Hang on a sec.
Meditating an extreme sport?
Yeah, I feel like it's a form. Like if you're a...
This beer's really nice.
They're lovely, aren't they?
It tastes like Fruit Loops. Like, I mean, like,
Venom Golden Ale.
Yeah, nice work, guys.
Get yourself a
Jeez,
Venom
nice bloody work. I'm going to go to the big camera. Oh, no, it's a big white can.
The extreme sports.
Yeah.
Rock climbing Mount Everest. Because all you can focus on is that one thing. If I fuck up, I'm dead. Nothing else matters. Jiu-jitsu, getting strangled to death by black belt. Nothing else matters. I don't care about my phone bill that I was worried about when I walked into class. Yeah. I've got to get this bloke off my neck before I die. What
about that guy who free climbed that fucking open face cliff?
Who did that?
There's a movie called Free Solo, which is about this dude who just was like, I'm going to climb this cliff with no like ropes or nothing, just like a fucking flanny and a pair of shorts. And he climbed the fucking thing.
That is the definition of balls.
And then he got hit by a car and died.
On the way to the rock.
On the way to the party, after party. Oh, fuck. He died climbing, doing what he loved. What, getting hit by a car?
Yeah. Died doing what he loved.
So I've been watching these videos coming up, right, on just for an abrupt change of pace. So obviously you've seen Masterclass, right? Masterclass comes up and it's like Penn and Teller teaching you how to do magic, and it's like, hi, I'm Gordon Ramsay and this is my masterclass. Or,
I'm Martin Scorsese and this is my masterclass.
Yeah, exactly. Or I'm Helena Bonham Carter and this is how to be Tim Burton's wife and play the same character in 50 Things. Actually, I shouldn't give it too much. She's just fucking good. Who's the guy who plays all the same people? No, it's I should have said, hi, my name's Tim Burton and this is how to make the same movie 16 times in different mediums. Cartoon, claymation, cinema, and how to cast Johnny Depp and everything.
Just have it make Johnny Depp be the weirdo.
Yeah. So basically, I've been watching, your YouTube ads come up, and normally it's at the moment, it's like my favorite ad that comes up for me at the moment is, "Hi guys, it's Corey here from coming at you live from Tech Toys HQ, and just in case you weren't aware." He says that a lot. And Corey, if you're watching, please come on. I want to talk to him. He's cool. He's a legend. How is he not in How is he not in jail? He sells some. I'm not even going to tell you. Let's not even talk about this unless we can. Whoosh, whoosh. So I get all these piece of clays coming up and they're like, first off, it was these two Chinese guys and they were saying stuff like, we own an e-commerce company, and we got to the point where we don't even have to design our own products. We just sell people what they're already buying with a markup, and we buy something for $6, we sell it for $27. And I'm like, you're not supposed to say that. You're not supposed to tell people that. And it's like, sorry, I'm coming back around to this. I've got to shoehorn this in just because I want to give these cunts a jab. Sorry, people. Sorry, I got to stop saying that. A jab.
Vaccine.
So not that kind of jab. It's like at the moment. I remember back in the time when real estate agents used to advertise. They've got two clients, right? The buyers and the sellers. They used to advertise to the buyer like, "Do you want to buy a property for less?" Those days are gone because the market is that hot now. It's like, hey, would you like to sell for more? We guarantee the top market value for our product. And I'm like, hang on a minute. Whoa. You got two sides of this coin here, and one of your sides is getting pretty heavy, mate. One of the sides is you're trying to fucking get all this cash for these people. But what about the poor bastards who are trying to borrow the money? and you guys have to get the brokers for them, and the brokers can't get it because they can't afford it. You know what I mean? You're loading the dice on the wrong side for a quick bit of cash because you watch fucking Wolf of Wall Street 16 times today. You coke out of your fucking eyeballs, and your dumb fat mate with his fucking jacket falling apart is trying to fucking buy. Sorry, boy. All right, I'm stopping here. I'm stopping here. All right.
Look, no, shit like this.
Yep.
Fucking clays, like the definition of clays, right? I'm so sick of seeing people do that, and they've all got the same personality.
Yeah,
it's fake bullshit fucking confidence. Fake bullshit confidence on video going, hey guys, fake energy. Stop pretending to be someone to sell fucking courses that don't exist.
Do you want to know why I'm laughing though?
Why?
Cut to 5 minutes ago. What were we just talking about? I don't want to hang shit on people. And
I know.
That's not funny if we don't do it though. Fucking
Clays, leave me alone.
I love how you're doing like a triad on the keyboard while you're doing that.
I'm
like
playing it.
Clays
up inside you.
Finding an entrance where they can, they'll take your wallet. So the clays. So I'll finish this tirade because I'm on it. Of these guys. So the reason I bring up the masterclass thing is because I noticed that these piece of clay motherfuckers have started to put the words "meet your new instructor." Now that is what is the tagline for those masterclass videos of fucking David Lynch, of Gordon Ramsay, of Herbie Hancock, of Questlove, of all these masters of their craft doing a masterclass. Yeah. Meet your new instructor. So these pizza clays are like, we rip people off for thousands and thousands of dollars on the internet and says, meet your new instructor. And I look at the bottom and it's like, how to start your own business from home pyramid scheme thing, and it says meet your new instructor, and these guys are passing themselves off as gurus like I did talking about MySpace a few minutes ago. Meet your new instructor, MySpace expert Broden Minogue. Fuck off, I could do this shit. Why aren't I ripping people off? Anyway, clays is and that's the thing, is they're doing that. The guys you're talking about, what are they selling? You were talking about one the other day. They're trying to sell fucking media packages or some shit, and they've never had a viral hit.
Yeah, exactly. Media package, like how to fucking make viral shit go viral and shit. Like, and they're new at it. It's a new business. So what the fuck?
It's a new business. How do you know? Like, and the authority that they speak with, like you were saying, is that they act like they fucking know all this shit. They've been making videos for 2 seconds. You know, this is the funny one. We were talking about this earlier today. People are always asking me, how do your videos look so great? Why is your penis so big? And how are you such a hit with the ladies? You know, and they're like all the things they wish people would say to them, and they say it for themselves.
Correct.
And what people are always asking me, no, they're not. People always ask me, you know, you're a grown adult and you pay your bills. How do you manage to look so good? No one's saying that.
Yeah, I can't be dealing with it. I can't be dealing with now that I am monetized on Facebook, thanks to my new impressions that I'm doing now.
Mr. Bloody Fancy Pants over here with even big YouTube money and shit.
But now, because I have had access to that, all the ads I get on YouTube videos that I watch. Yeah. So are you worried about how your ads are performing on your videos and shit? And it's just like, no. I just wanted to have like Corey from Tack Toys on my video.
Yeah, exactly.
I just wanted to have,
have you ever thought about being a guy who now has ads on his channel that also uses Ad Blocker Plus?
Yeah, they rob me. They take money out of my pocket, ad blocker. If you've got an ad blocker, take it off. Only when you're watching mine. Only when you're watching my videos, because fuck you.
This is funny as shit because we always hate ads and we block them all the time.
But now
it's us. Now we need the money.
You're taking the money out of my pocket.
Cody needs the cash, boys. Just go and watch all the ads.
Yeah, go. Yeah, let's see how big we can. We can make the Cody Jones YouTube channel, and then we'll put everything on there, and then we'll make everything. But like me and Broden can just do nothing but make movies every day.
Man, how cool would that be? That would be so good.
That's what I'm going to do.
That'd be great.
That's the trajectory I'm on. I'm not going to let anyone
manifest it.
I've already had.
Yeah,
I've already been manifesting it for fucking 10 years.
It's already been manifested. I've already done the work.
And I've tried to quit manifesting.
Yeah.
It's not happening.
It's addictive doing it.
Yeah. I don't, like, stand-up's on the back burner for me now. Yeah. I've got it's not even fun.
You've evolved. You're beyond it now.
I've transcended.
Well, say you have a new stage. No one else is doing what you're doing, and you know what I mean?
Oh, there's a lot of people.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, like, do we know? Who else?
No one made Bonk City Detective.
No one else made Bonk City Detective except a couple of us piece of clays over here. We did
That's
that.
right. Shane Davies.
We did it.
ad blocker. So we got live comments going.
Oh,
here.
beautiful. I have not my what the fuck, man? My shit's not showing up. I want to see some comments because it is live, guys. By the way, I know we normally do a pre-recorded one, but we're actually 100% live. So we should read some of your comments, and at the end of the show, we're going to replay an episode for you of the infamous Bong City Detectives, the premiere, in fact, episode that you might have missed the other day. So Thomas Anderson may have also created log loggers from Brendan Spuck. Now that's interesting. So this gentleman here, one of our friends, has introduced us to an app about pooping, which we obviously talk about a lot. Where you can drop a pin on the toilet that you go to, and it's called Poop Map. And I said to this gentleman, I feel like they've missed an opportunity here to call the joint loggers because you're logging your log.
Yeah, you're like a
Here's a better name for that.
You're a play on you're a play on words sort of guy. You're always doing word plays, man.
I feel like
always.
I could just sit in an office and go like this, just go with my fingers and go.
You're constantly doing it.
Call that loggers.
You need to have
someone else to
children.
come into me and goes. I'm thinking about making an app where you've got it's like a frisbee style app and something, and I'll come up with a shit name for him. It's called Boomerang. It's like a frisbee phone call.
You need to have kids based on this.
Yeah, I should
alone.
I'll just go and get a couple.
Just go get a couple, have them for a day, see what happens. Just try them out. They should have trial kids.
Just see if you're any good at it.
Well,
change the battery pack, boys.
Oh, because
that's me. I'll fix that.
Okay, because it's a big commitment having a kid, and go to that. I'll have a chat. So we're going to play Bonk City after this episode. What else has been happening? I suppose you can get merchandise, Bonk City merchandise. Actually, it's come up pretty well. We're pretty happy with how it looks. Bonk City merchandise is available. We'll put a link in the comments or something like that. Or you can go through our page and go and buy a T-shirt or a hoodie or a coffee mug. That's all available.
Or
as
a pair
well as
of leggings, yeah.
There's new Flow State shirts. Now, I'm wearing the original.
Yeah, that's the OG.
So
handmade by us.
Well, that's right, but we've got ones now that just have. Okay, so it's got the yellow logo.
Yep, which you can see in the background there, or actually watermarked into that part of the page. Oh, we forgot to put the watermark on.
So you can get that one. You can get that one. Yeah, it's on the page.
Yeah,
on that. I forgot to put.
Well, next week.
So that logo on a grey, white, whatever colour, or alternatively, I made a white and black only one without the yellow.
Looks good.
I
noticed that you cleaned up
the
the thingo. How infuriating was that page to work, by the way?
It was pretty infuriating until I got on my laptop. It was okay.
Yeah, right, because it was infuriating for me on everything.
So
looks great.
Go and get some merch. It's all available now. We've got some new with those shirts going to the Patreons. So if you sign up and become a $10 Patreon patron, not only are you helping us make more Bonk City Detectives and further, just other short films and stuff like that, and helping with the production of the Flow State podcast, you can get some merch. There's early access to all merch.
That's it.
So that's going good. I've put that merch link up on the YouTube channel.
Beautiful.
I think a few people are hitting that up.
Yes,
as we speak, which
really
is good.
Looking forward to seeing some guys wearing some Bonk City merch and some Flow State merch.
Absolutely,
because winter's coming and you can get a pullover hoodie.
Those hoodies look good.
Did they do zip ups? Because I'm a bit of a zip up hoodie fan.
You can make them. We didn't have them.
I think we might need to get on there and make a zip up one because I'm keen on a zip up. I reckon.
You're a zip up.
Yeah, I like zip ups. Yeah, because you can get pockets in the side of them and stuff like that. And if you want to wear them slightly down because you've got a nice t-shirt underneath, then you can do that too.
Yeah, you can look cool.
Yeah, I feel a bit claustrophobic taking off a regular hoodie, like when you can't get your arms out.
That split second.
Yeah, that's it.
I was going to elaborate further on what you can do. So what's the minimum? I think it's $1. I think it's like $1.70 or something.
Yeah, it's
Australian.
like $1 American dollar. So
$1 American dollar
rate is
the minimum to join the Patreon team, and then we'll just invite you. If you want to become a patron for that, whatever price, the $1, the $5 or the $10, just send us a message. We'll give you a link. We'll put a link in the comments here. Put a link on the YouTube description. Become a Patreon and help us out. You'll be part of the team. You'll get input. We'll have a chat. We catch up every now and then. And we'd really appreciate it most of all. Also, we're going to be doing weekly episodes of the Flow State podcast, so you can look forward to that every Wednesday as we go through the year this year. Looking forward, we're going to be trying to make a secondary episode, a follow-up episode of Bonksy Detectives.
Yep.
That will, I suppose, we'll begin producing that.
That's right.
In the next week or two.
Exactly, yeah. We want to start getting at least a bit of a plan down. And then also, you know, I've had a lot of feedback on that and people are interested in being in it. And it'd be nice to provide an opportunity to people if they're available to be in it.
Yeah, that's right.
But also, you know, it's a process. So we've got to make sure that you guys are cool to be there for a bit of time.
And your acting has to be fairly shitful.
Yeah, but there's enough fucking around, but also just enough fucking around. Because we're still actually getting a lot of shit done while we're dicking around. It's a lot of fun, but
oh man, and doing that between day jobs.
Oh yeah,
is
it's pressure.
taxing.
It's pressure. I
like it. I like pressure.
Yeah,
but it makes me an angry man.
I understand. And the thing is, though, that pressure can be eased by guys like yourself, girls like yourself, doing Patreon stuff. I mean, we haven't really talked about this yet, but I think it'd be a good idea to do one of those sort of GoFundMe style things for that, because I think that the episode is a great time. And at the end of the day, we did this whole thing on $0 budget. Scotty bought his own costume.
Yeah.
He paid for his own costume and bought it out of his own pocket.
Good on you, Scotty Toll.
What a champion.
Scotty Richter, the great man,
That's it.
returns. Hey, I reckon we should wrap this episode up. It's been great chatting to you, Broden.
Yes,
episode 48.
always.
Thanks to everyone who listens on Spotify, iTunes, or whatever podcast platform you listen to it. It's great. We hope we can keep you company on the way to work or on the commute to the shops. For everyone that watches on YouTube, for anyone that watches all the videos on YouTube, our clips and stuff like that, thank you. To all the Patreon members,
Thanks
heaps. You've really helped us out in the last
year, I suppose. Yeah,
But
and you're credited in Bonk City too, so you're all in there. Just go and have a look at the end of the episode. You're in there.
Especially, the Bonk City, the lighting from our sponsor, Mudsy's Audio Solutions, that it was great. And the Hop Supply Bendigo, serving the best craft beers you can get anywhere in the state of Victoria.
That's right.
There, I said it.
That's right.
Go and get your beers from Scotty.
Yep.
At the Hop
From
Supply.
Richter.
From Richter.
From the original Richter.
It's a great place. I think that's all the plugging we need to
is,
do. Become a Patreon member. Let's
do it.
play the movie right now,
Absolutely.
Broden.
And just while we're on our way out, I just want to let everybody know to never, ever, ever shit yourself. Stay away from the aliens.
Belt it up your ass. That's it. That's it from us. We'll see you in episode 49. Good on you.
Stay tuned for the episode.
Yes?
Lazarus, we have a job. Mrs. Johnson's bells have gone missing. We believe it might be Richter.
Richter. I knew he'd be back. We'll take the case.
Did you just say Richter?
It's Richter. He's stolen Mrs. Johnston pearls.
Damn it!
This time it's personal. Let's take care of business, partner.
I'll get the car. Open up, Richter. We know you've got the pearl necklace.
Come on, Richter. We just want to talk to you. I don't think he's in there.
Go round the back.
Come on out, you pearl thieving mongrel. We know you're in there. Give me the pearls! Where are they?
You might want to come and check this out.
Is this the right house?
38.
This is 36.
Sorry, guys.
Go. I haven't felt this bad since I accidentally killed that horse. 2 cases in 1 year I've gone to the wrong address. You know, sometimes I think I'm not cut out for this police job.
Hey, don't be so hard on yourself. There's plenty more horses. And besides, we'll get him eventually.
Sure hope so. Hello?
It's Richter. We've got a lead. We think he's got a bomb and it's addressed to the school. 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. Will you be there?
Yes. Okay. Thanks.
Don't worry about today, Hawk. You can't win them all. You've done a great job.
Well, who was it?
We just got a tip-off. Richter's on the move. Let's go.
Those Bunk City detectives are the best chance we have.
Well, I guess I'll see you in the morning.
We've got a big day tomorrow, Hawk. Just make sure you get a good night's rest. Just let it go. Everybody has bad days on the job.
Yeah, it's not that, it's... Things just haven't been the same since the accident.
What accident? The one where your reckless antics cost you your wife and family?
The very same.
Well, these things happen sometimes, Hawk. There's nothing you can do about it. They're dead. Gonzo. Dust. Finished. And you just sitting there feeling sorry for yourself is affecting your police work. And I feel like it's putting me at risk as well.
You don't understand. You don't know what it's like to kill your wife and family in a tragic car accident.
Do you think you'll ever find love again?
To be honest, I don't think I'll ever try.
What about Deborah, the receptionist down the office? She's a hot piece of what for? Maybe buy her a couple of drinks and see how far you can get.
Have a good night, Les. Here, don't forget your enchiladas. I'll see you in the morning.
Thanks, Hawk. Are you sure this is the right place?
Oh yeah, he's going to be here any minute now.
What's he doing out here at this time of day anyway?
He's meeting his muscle.
Looks like the muscle's arrived. Over there.
It's the inflictor, Mickey Bronson.
Why do they call him the Inflictor, Mickey Bronson?
Well, Mickey's short for Michael.
Makes sense.
Look out! There goes Richter!
Quick! Tail him, Laz, but don't let him see you. That inflictor is a different bag of cheese if I've ever seen one.
On it, Hawk. I'll meet you at the rendezvous. It looks like Richter's gone into a building. He's carrying something like a briefcase. It could be the bomb. I'm going in. No sign of Richter, but it looks like he's left the briefcase. Oh no! It's a bomb! And it looks like it's addressed to the school. Hawk, this is Laz. Do you copy? Over? Laz to Hawk, do you copy? Damn it! Where could he be?
It's been a long time since I last fought the inflictor, Mickey Bronson.
It's just Mick now. Luckily, somebody left that bomb defusal kit over the back there. Fiddlesticks! Something has to work. Where is Hawk?
You would have made a fine cop if you didn't get tangled up with that Richter character.
Richter's shown me more than you ever did, Stevie.
It's not too late for you, Mickey. Just come with me down the station and answer a couple of questions.
Oh no! Stevie, I've got a couple of questions of my own. Something has to work. In all my years as a bomb disposal professional, I've never seen anything like this before. I have an idea. Like, who do you think cut the brakes on your car that day?
No, it couldn't be.
Well, here goes nothing.
Well, well, well. If it isn't Stevie the Hawk Nighthawk.
Richter.
It's me, Rick.
Skip the pleasantries, Richter. Where's the pearls?
The pearls?
Mrs. Johnston's pearls.
The pearls will be the least of your worries soon enough, Hawk.
What do you mean by that? Enough! This ends today. Damn!
Ha! You being a kung fu master's not going to save you this time, Hawk. I've become more powerful than you can ever imagine.
Shut your mouth, you pearl-thieving mongrel.
Ah!
that was good timing. How did you go with the bomb, Laz?
Stopped it right on 40.
Laz, no! Where did he go?
I don't know, but I think he's become more powerful than we could ever imagine.
You're not kidding. Got any ammo?
You know me, always fully loaded.
Thanks. You never let me down, Laz.
Let's get him.
I think he's bilocating.
It must be the pearls. I think that he used them to power the bomb, and he's using them to power himself too.
I think you're right, Laz. Quick, let's take cover.
Okay.
Look!
A petrol canister?
Take the shot.
Looks like your days of stealing pearls and making bombs are over.
You come with us, Richter, down the station, just to answer a couple of questions.
Cuff him, Hawk.
With pleasure, Laz.
I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you meddling Bonk City detectives.
Save the sob story for your cellmate, Richter. Yeah, another job well done, Laz.
That's right. But you know what? I think it's time to head down the bar. Some of the ladies from the office are going down, and I heard Deborah's going to be there.
I'll do that. But I've just got to do one thing first. I'll see you there. You were my wife. I'll never forget you. But I have to move on. Here. I bought your favorite soft drink. Just like the old times. Oh, stop. Trust me, it's all in a day's work. Well, they seem pretty happy.
Some people just can't get enough.
Well, they like seeing Richter behind bars, I guess you could say.
It's making the community a safer place. What's up, Hawk?
It's nothing.
Can't you just take your mind off the job for 2 minutes? You finally killed the inflictor, Mickey Bronson. You arrested Richter, and you made peace with your dead wife. The only thing left to do is to give the pearls back to Mrs. Johnston. Just let your hair down.
Yeah, I guess you're right, Les. But it's just this whole Richter case. You know, first the pearls, that made sense. It's Richter. But a bomb addressed to the school? Now that just doesn't add up.
Look, we're going to have a lot of paperwork to do in the morning, so maybe just lighten up for now and enjoy the night. Look, here comes Deborah from the office.
Just give me 2 minutes, babe. Hawk speaking.
Great work, detectives. You killed the inflictor, Mickey Bronson. You arrested Richter, and you made peace with your dead wife. All that's left to do is to give the pearls back to Mrs. Johnston.
Thank you, sir.
Well, that's another case done and dusted. You really are the best detectives in Bonk City.
We'll see you at the station tomorrow. Well, he was happy.
Well, that's great.
Job well done, Les.
Congratulations, Hawk. Well, there it is. Bonk City Detectives.
Bonk City Detectives, available on YouTube.
That's right.
Everywhere. It was good to watch. It was good to make. So thank you, everyone. What are we doing now, Brad?
Well, I'm going to go home
Okay.
and sleep. But no, man, it's thanks to everybody. And obviously those credits, I've got a lot of you guys in there to say thanks to. And so thank you so much. Let's make some more. We've got some other stuff we want to make first, just have a bit of a rest from the old Bonk City universe. But we'd love to make some more episodes of Bonk City Detectives for you guys. Support us and we'll deliver. We appreciate you a lot.
That's right. Thanks for listening to tonight's episode. We'll see you next week. Take care of yourself.
Battle up your ass.
Battle up your ass.
Stay away from the aliens, piece of shit. Boys.
Please. Bye.